Ladies and gentlemen, your Lord and Savior Goonerfist is here to bring to your attention one of my favorite pastimes, which is making fun of PlayStation console gremlins. I can't get enough of it, man, and a lot of people also can't get enough of it, so we have to actually talk about some of the derangement some of these losers have in our community. I don't know if you guys were aware, but apparently the 10th anniversary of Bloodborne has just recently passed. If you didn't realize that that was the case, well, don't feel bad. I don't give a fuck either. And quite frankly, as this PlayStation console gremlin points out, PlayStation doesn't give a fuck either. Watching these sad, sorry sacks of shit beg for a remake of Bloodborne because, well, quite frankly, their PS5 games are ass and few and far between. Begging for a remake of an 8th generation video game is honestly the craziest cell phone because not only does it go to show that, well, I was right in saying PS5 generation is truly shittier than PS4 generation, but it also exposes all these lying sacks of shit that were out here saying, well, 30 FPS is cinematic. It's completely acceptable and fine to play at these frame rates. Bloodborne is a perfect video game, a 10 out of 10. Let's ignore the fact that it goes below 30 FPS. All these dudes are exposed fucking liars at this point. Out here pretending like freaking nut hugging the PlayStation in the 2020s is one of the greatest things ever. I mean, come on, bro. Y'all are begging for the olden and golden times, all while pretending everything is just fine now. Gotta love it. But the reason why we have to talk about Bloodborne is because PlayStation console gremlins will do their best to hold that over PC and Xbox gamers' heads, this old ass game, just because, well, exclusives are a dying breed in the industry, but we have this special ed group of individuals from Icon Era. And Icon Era is a forum website for PlayStation console gremlins to conglomerate and just have these autistic ass discussions that are severely in favor of nut hugging PlayStation while dumping on everything else, and particularly other fandoms of, well, gamers out there. And from their Twitter account, they link their forum website, and the title is PC quote unquote gamers have been begging for Bloodborne for 10 years. Here is to another 10. Cheers for tears. Yes, I shit you not. This is the type of lunacy we have to deal with in these gaming spaces on Twitter and on websites that, quite frankly, are just a laughing stock of the internet. I then went on to say, who's going to tell these PlayStation fanboys that PC already has the Bloodborne Remaster LMAO? And it's true. We do actually have the Bloodborne Remaster. People have used the PS4 emulator in order to get this game running on PC at higher resolutions and at higher frame rates than the PS4 copy of this game is capable of. And despite these facts, we still have PlayStation nut huggers who hide their identity because they're complete total cowards who come out and say dumb shit like this. That glitchy mess you call a remaster. Which, first and foremost, it's hilarious that you laugh like the animal you are because you are a fucking sheep for a mega corporation that doesn't give a single fuck about you. But let's take it from someone who's actually played Bloodborne on PC, and Mudahar here, aka Some Ordinary Gamers, 5 months ago made this video having played Bloodborne, and the title is Bloodborne is nearly playable on PC now. And he said it runs almost perfect. And by almost perfect, yeah, the frame rates were better, the resolutions were better, overall, just a great experience. He was able to do a lot of cool things that you had absolutely no ability to do on the PlayStation 4 version of the game. Now, obviously, the port wasn't perfect, but you have to also consider the reality that PC gamers' standards are far higher than that of console gremlins. So, a PC gamer's idea of nearly playable on PC versus what is playable to a console peasant is quite different. It is also worth noting that PlayStation has been making it particularly hard to actually make this game objectively better like it has been made, because they have DMCA struck mods that essentially has made Bloodborne on PC a better experience than it was on the PS4. So in PlayStation doing this, essentially it is admitting that Bloodborne is in fact far better on PC than it is on the PS4. It hurts so good. It hurts so good. And as much as you clowns want to act like this isn't a reality, the internet is forever. These mods are accessible. This mod has been a near perfect experience, as Mutahara said, for over 5 months now. So it has left enough time for those so called PC gamers, quote unquote gamers, who were begging for this Bloodborne port. It's left them plenty of time to be able to access this game running at a better state than on PS4, since they were quote unquote begging and whatnot, right? Then we have other PlayStation console gremlins that apparently want to attack my sneaker collection now. I have close to or exceeding about 40 pairs of Jordan sneakers, and apparently they're now fake or some shit like that, because Leo is finally back, says, yeah, we know y'all like wearing fake Jordans too, and this goes to show y'all must be broke, man. You guys care about brands so fucking much to the point where this clearly is all you think about. That's all that matters to you. You have to be broke, and your family must hate you because you probably appreciate and value these brands more than you value your friends, your family, the good things in life. And I certainly like to treat myself nicely by buying myself nice things, but it's not necessarily attached to brands. More so, I just guess have some expensive taste sometimes. But at the end of the day, I could burn down my entire sneaker collection and not give a fuck. That means nothing to me. I don't really care about brands that nearly as much to sit on Twitter and try and flex them like you weirdos do at PlayStation and now I guess Jordans. But then I decided to reply saying, y'all hate us because you ain't us. And I posted a screenshot of Icon Era saying PS3 emulator RPCS3 releases for Android. Still no sign of PS3 emulation for PS5, further proving that Sony has no respect for their console gamers. It just goes to show that these guys really do wish they had the opportunities that PC gamers and now mobile gamers have. And then this Riri replies saying, y'all hate us because you wish you was us. And the hilarious thing about all that is these retards won't acknowledge that I was, in fact, a preferable PlayStation gamer last generation. I enjoyed PS4 generation. It wasn't perfect, but it was far better than PS5 generation. And when PS5 generation didn't deliver, I fucked off to other things because I have the means to do so. A lot of these guys are either too stupid for PC gaming, too lazy for PC gaming, incapable of saving money in order to basically make a PC or buy a PC that they are capable of maintaining, or in fact, they're just casuals. So it's funny that they say you wish you was us. Well, I was you and it fucking sucked cock. So I went elsewhere and decided to be better things. But then Icon Era also follows up their original post with yet another dumbass fucking post, which reads, Bloodborne 10th anniversary is a massive success as no PC ports were announced. And you know what's funny about that too? Well, not just no PC port was announced, but also no PS5 port was announced, which is something they have been dying to have because, well, they have no games on PS5, and the games that they do have, apparently Bloodborne just seems to be better because they are port beggars, in fact, from their own older console. It's freaking hilarious. And I was saying, these weirdo fanboys will in fact cut their noses to spite their face. They would rather get no remaster or remake of Bloodborne at all on their own PS5 if it means PC will not get a port of it either. These are not gamers. This is in fact fucking garbage. These individuals are trash and they deserve to be dunked on. But imagine being that much of a sad sack of shit that you would actually think that way. You would rather get no game if it means other gamers who happen to play on a different platform can potentially get that same game, because we're seeing all these remasters of last gen games, which that in itself is really just trash. But we're seeing last gen ports of their games that are also going to PC, and it kills them inside to see that. That's the hilarious thing about it all. They're in fact getting better versions of their older titles that really didn't even need remasters to begin with, just really patches, but they hate to see them come to PC, and it's hilarious every time it does, even if the games are trash. And in the end, just like every other PlayStation game being ported to PC, sooner or later, as always, the best place to play their PlayStation games is in fact on PC, where you can mod it, you can actually test the limits of your PC, and in the future, 10 years from now, you'll have better hardware that also will make the games play even better, while they'll always be stuck on that garbage PS5 until they make you pay for yet another remaster in order to get a better version that is locked to that garbage hardware. But yeah, that's all PlayStation console gremlins were able to do on the 10th anniversary of Bloodborne. PlayStation doesn't acknowledge the existence of the game. They have no remaster or remake. All they could do is brag about how, well, PC didn't get a remaster of the game. This is how sad the state of PlayStation is, but they'll tell you otherwise, even though their actions seem to say other things. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Love freaking dunking on these losers. And Icon Era has now become, well, I guess a lolcow website, man. A forum of losers that really have nothing better to do with their lives. If you can, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. We are closing in on 500 subs. That's the goal I need to get in order to get monetized. And I also need all the watch hours. So please check out all my other content. I really do appreciate it. And I do have a main channel. Shockingly, right? My main channel is Cult Classic Cage. Go subscribe to me there. Plenty of content. Awesome live stream every Thursday night, 8 p.m. EST, if you like what I got to say. So yeah, definitely go check me out there. Subscribe here. Follow me on Twitter at Mario Kart. All links are in the description below. And I'm Goonerfist with God. Gooning speed.